Hello everybody, welcome back to the Sleep Journal series. Before I recorded today, I've had back Pokemon breakfast, and I actually made a meal that I don't make all that often, that being the spicy leek curry here. Yeah, I'm kind of trying to save up leeks, but I don't have any particular leek target, so if it can help me get a little extra strength, I was like, why not? And I can level up that meal a little bit more, because it's a pretty solid meal, just taking herbs, ginger, and leeks. Pretty flexible with my team, especially with targeting for the long-term Quaquaval. So, yeah, I figured that would be something to be alright running when I have the ingredients for it. But I'm currently lacking in the herbs category just a little bit, despite it being the least needed ingredient in the meal. Because I'm just getting that from the Gengar, which he's decent at producing them right now, but in the future he's going to be even weaker at producing the herbs, because he's going to hit level 60 and get double mushrooms. So yeah, that's not something I'm really looking forward to. Well, I'm looking forward to it because the extra mushrooms is amazing. Mushrooms are a much stronger ingredient. It gives him more potential on meals that take even more mushrooms, like that new hidden power perk up stew that everybody wants on the curry weeks. But for now, I'm using him for herbs right now, so that's cool. Now let's just get right into the sleep session. Not really expecting too much. I've come to a point where I'm not really expecting much on this account. I'm probably going to be around at Old Gold Power Plant for quite some time. I've contemplated... I looked at the Weevil bundle, or the Sneasel bundle, because Sneasel's going to be very rare. I don't think it's worth hunting, because its spawns are going to be so infrequent, and the cost to catch one is just going to be insane, even though it is a good berry specialist. So, wait, let me see if I can predict this. This is going to be balanced, or slumbering. It's one of those two. Oh, snoozing. Huh. Anyway, yeah, Weevil, it's good, but it's expensive, and I don't think it's... I guess it could be a long-term hunt for me, since I'm kind of at a point where I don't need anything in particular that is a 5-pip catch, so maybe I could justify hunting it on this account. It's just, I need to spend the weeks at Old Gold Power Plants to build up Island Bonus, and given that it's not here, it's just not something that interests my attention, per se. It piques my interest because it's good, but I can't give up that island bonus. I could use tickets, easy travel tickets. I don't like spending that many diamonds because we only get one per month. If you don't want to spend diamonds on it. Ooh, 1,800 dream shards, nice. Still relatively early in the week, so we're not getting too many spawns. We do have 2 Eevees, a Pikachu. I think I'm just going to catch the Eevee. I don't need a Dugtrio. I've got a decent Dugtrio already. I've got a pretty good Mr. Mime as well. I've got plenty of Raichus, so... I mean, you can't go wrong with the flexibility of an Eevee. That is just the one thing about Eevee is... I think almost anybody can find a use for an Eevee. It's not the best at what it does in any particular way, but if you're having a rough hunt for a particular Pokemon, I was like, man, I caught one very early on, and that was pretty good at proccing its skill. Made it into a Flareon, never had to bother hunting the Magnezone. Saved me so much time from trying to catch that Pokemon that I probably don't even use all that often. As for which candy to send out, I'm going to send out the Pika. It's about as common as Eevee is, but I feel like it's more meta relevant because most of the Pikachu or the Raichu. Speaking of which, I wanted to discuss the Pichu that I caught a while back because I was recently reminded of something. And that is that Pikachu, or Raichu, has a... Okay. Interesting nature here. I'll discuss the Eevee before getting into my discussion about the Pikachu. Whoa! Hey, this guy's pretty good! A couple sub-skill seeds investment, but on this account that doesn't really matter. I'm always having too many sub-skill seeds. In fact, I've had months where I actually just skipped it in the shop because I'm like, man, I'm running low on sleep points, so I try to save 1400 by not buying the sub-skill seed. That doesn't happen a lot, but it's happened like once or twice where I actually opt to save the sleep points over buying the skill seed or the sub-skill seed. Main skill seed I always buy. I already bought it for this month. Literally every month, it's the first thing I do. Like when I remember that the shop's been reset, is I go in, I buy the easy travel ticket, and I buy the main skill seed. Sub-skill seeds, more up for debate. So this thing is actually really solid at proccing its skill. I just don't know what evolution I'd be looking for. Now I have to really make a consideration. So, I mean, if we go through the evolutions, let's see. I'm gonna go. I know what all the evolutions are, but I just want to have them in front of me so I can really like think about it. So these are really our options for this. Hey, I already have an Espeon. That's out of the picture. It's an Espeon that has helping bonus. Helping bonus, fantastic. I've discussed the prospects of why that skill is so good plenty of times before. My Shiny's turning into an Umbreon, and Umbreon is terrible. Leafeon, also terrible. I already have a Flareon, which Flareon fills the role of that, and Glaceon. I have an Energy for Everyone healer, so that really just leaves Jolteon. If I was to make it, I'd want Berry Fighting S so that it can stack well. However, it's more about stacking. If you overstack on a Raikou team, then Jolteon can be okay without Berry Fighting S. But typically speaking, I'd be looking for like a running during the week Raikou team. And if that's the case, I can't justify a Jolteon without Berry Fighting S. So that leaves Leafeon and Vaporeon. Leafeon, bad as well. It's one that I'm looking for in my Sleeper series, which means it's not something I should touch with a 10-foot pole on this account. Well, some of those Pokemon I can probably go for, but not Leafeon. I guess Vaporeon! If I'm going to use this guy, that's probably the route that I'll go, is Vaporeon. So, we're looking at a Vaporeon here. Let's see, what sort of procs per day are we comparing this to? So, I already have a really decent Slaking. He's not a Slaking yet, he's currently a Vigoroth. But if I just get a few more candies, I can make him into a Slaking. As you can see here, he's got Skill Trigger M, eventually Skill Trigger S, and he's got a main skill chance up Nature. This is actually one of the first Pokemon I caught, interestingly enough. But Slaking's bizarre because it's bad at doing what it does, but it's good at doing what it does, but it's decent at the skill. But ever since they made double banking a thing, it's kind of not good at it, because now it can't double bank the skills, whereas skill specialists can. So let's see, if I was to manage getting this guy up to 50, and then I was to compare it to this Eevee. Let's drop in the Eevee here, and I'll duplicate it so that if I want to try comparing it for other routes, that I can. And I actually really like that the skill level up M is there, because I wouldn't really be looking to invest skill seeds. Also, what's its ingredient list? Milk, cacao milk. I mean, not bad. You're not really looking for ingredients on the Eevee. I personally like the idea of mono milk on the Eevee, just because no other Pokemon really wants milk. You don't need a milk specialist. And the fact that the skill trigger M even comes before help speed M, like, this is like a perfect free-to-play Eevee. If I caught this on my free-to-play, I'd be ecstatic. Like, look at this. If I made this into a Leafeon, that's well beyond the 5.3 that I set my target for. But, oh well. That's a different discussion. But we're looking at Vaporeon. Now, 5.95 versus 4.29. That is significantly better at doing what it does. If we get the skill to be maxed out here, what sort of value? And that's only 3 seeds of investment. That's not terrible. I have 2 in the bank right now, I believe. Maybe even 3. I think I actually have 3. I think I could make this guy just immediately an amazing Vaporeon. I don't need a Vaporeon right now, but this is definitely our candidate for it. Because look at that value, 32,812 out of the Vaporeon. Compared to if I did that on the Slacking, this is my other option. We're looking at just 26,000, and we're only looking at like less skill triggers per day. Another big interesting thing is tails. How many tails is it producing per day? Each 8.9 per day. 8.9 of each ingredient. What if we compared that to my Ditto with tails? Oh, I don't have my Ditto with tails saved on here. Cool. Well, let's just compare it to a Ditto with tails. So yeah, Ditto with tails. Oh wait, that's leaks. That's not tails. Ditto with tails is still gonna make more tails, but that's not surprising considering Vaporeon's producing literally everything. So yeah, that's just intriguing though. If I was to compare to raw strength overall, and my best raw strength specialists, how does this compare? We're gonna compare to Ampharos. Huh? Why am I just seeing Shinx? Oh, that explains it. I had a tomato filter on. Okay, maybe I do have my Ditto saved then. So if I compare to this Ampharos, which is my non-helping bonus one, then at level 50 is where I'm comparing them at. And I put the skill seeds in. I mean, that's no shocker there. The Ampharos does come out on top because... But you're working through cooking with the Vaporeon. And I find that with the higher box, I'm not filling my pot all the time, especially in off weeks. And I would almost kind of like to have that ingredient magnet Pokemon just pulling in bonkers amount of ingredients, since then I can actually fill the pot fully, even in off weeks, to level those meals more. Because right now, in off weeks, my meals are kind of hurting in value. But I'd like to have them be at least a little bit better, because that's how we gain meal strength. That's how things get better. So, like, yeah, this is less strength than this. But if you're using those ingredients toward a meal, then that value is actually a bit better. And then additionally, this is contributing to your meal strength. This is not. So, I don't know. It'd be kind of nice to have available to us, but I don't think I need it anytime soon, so I'm going to leave the Eevee in the back. But we are definitely going to be starring that one, and I'm actually going to name it just something like Future, or I'm going to name it Future Vaporeon. That's probably too long of a name. It's this one, right? And yeah, I like the free seeds on it. That's nice. Because it's less investment I have to put on it. How would it compare if I made it an Espeon? I don't really need to make this comparison because I'm not going to replace my current Espeon. Because this Espeon, it's that whole concept of okay at what it does plus helping bonus is better than good at what it does in my eyes. So that's why I'm going to invest in this Espeon, even if it turns out to be worse than what this Eevee would be as an Espeon. But let's duplicate this, change it to an Eevee, and then back to an Espeon. Like, yeah, this does come out significantly stronger than what this Espeon does, but at the same time, this has helping bonus, which is just so much more flexible. So much better at making the rest of the team do better at what they do. I guess this is one of the few circumstances where there really is no weird concept of enough thing going on. The more strength this gets, the more strength it gets. Like, there's no caps, like needing an exact number of ingredients to make the meal. Any weird stuff like that with Charge Strength M. And this is significantly better at Charge Strength M. It's a good skill specialist, but Helping bonus. Helping bonus good. And I already have this, so I'd rather make this the Vaporeon. Especially since Vaporeon's the only evolution that is the best at what it does. So like where this Espeon would be beat out by, say, the Ampharos, which... Actually, I don't think I've ever made this comparison to see if I should invest into my Espeon or my Ampharos. I have this Flaffy. This is the one that I wanted to level up, because a while back I invested in that Ampharos that you saw before. But then I caught this Flaffy like days after. So, if I made this Flaffy a level 50 Ampharos and gave it the skill seeds, what would we be looking at here? It would be better than the Espeon, and they both have helping bonus, so maybe I shouldn't even bother investing into this Espeon, because the Ampharos is just better. Sure, the Ampharos is further away, but now I also have a Vaporeon to put my Eevee candy into, but I also have... As you can see here, over 2,000 Eevee candy. In fact, I could level this, I could evolve this guy and probably get him to level 60 in a heartbeat if I really wanted to. Let's see. I don't have the Dream Shards for it. That's going to be my real limiter. I could get it to level 50 if I wanted to. And get that Health Speed M in a heartbeat. If I had the Dream Shards for it, let's see, will it get there? Yes, it will, and I'd still have 369 to spare. 80 for evolution, so it'd leave me with like 200 some to spare. That's crazy. Probably for my Flareon, but look at that, more than double the amount of Dream Shards that I have to do that, so there's no way that's happening. If anything, I get it to level 50 and call it a day. We're not going to do that now, though, because, like I said, I don't need what the Vaporeon offers offhand. Yeah. Unfortunately, my Vigoroth is probably now just going to sit in the back. Oh, wait, it was this guy. I do want to name him Vaporeon. Nah. It's not gonna be too long. Yeah, it is too long. Just vape guy. I'm surprised it allowed that. Okay, so yeah. I'm normally not a huge nicknaming guy, but I do want to remember which one is the one I want to make into a Vaporeon one day. So, that's why I'm going to save that around. Interesting that the like S-tier Eevee showed up just after Eevee week was over. And a cheaper one too, with skill level up M. But so you got like just the right sub skills, just not the perfect nature. It's not a skill chance up nature, but a speed help up nature is good nonetheless on the side. So yeah, I like it. Anyway, if you've enjoyed seeing my evaluation of these Pokemon, if you've enjoyed my reactions to things, then be sure to leave a like and subscribe. And as always, I do thank you guys for watching. Hope you have a great day.